Hey guys, welcome to the stream for the Virginia Beach League placement reveal, starting at 7 tonight. There you go onward. So it's the Virginia Beach League placement, and we're the American Fantasy Association.
This is Troy Day. I'm RC Gay. I am an association director, and I am the founder of the AFA. Troy created our stat and our true historic standing, which a lot of this is based around, so a lot of this is because of him. So we're going to go ahead and look at what he has created for us, essentially.
So Group A, it's pretty much a power rankings, and people are in the top league of the placements.
So before we go ahead and get started with these groups, I actually forgot to mention on the previous slide. So with the Virginia Beach League, this is a developmental league, essentially. These people don't really know football, let alone fantasy. This league is really for people to learn and develop and really become a fantasy player. The AFA, we really strive to have those players in our league. We have multiple people: Dustin Scarborough, Macon Harwell, Josh Roth, Anthony Garofalo, Overton Ragland. Some of the best people we've ever had in our association have had no experience and did not watch football before they joined the league. Or if they did, it was very little football. So we are hoping that this group is going to be really good. Not this group, this league will be really good for us going forward, and hope they learn a lot. So without further ado, let's go Group A.
Charlie Perry is the third year in the AFA, 27th all time, and there's 75 members in this entire association. The last league he was in was Virginia League.
So Charlie has a 52% score out of 100% perfect score in the AFA overall. He just recently separated from Luke Dyer, so it might seem a little weird that he's in this league, a developmental league, when he has such a high score, because he was with Luke Dyer, and he wants to break off and learn everything on his own. So we put him down in the Virginia Beach League to learn. He has really good stats backing him, but we'll see going forward how those stats go. Him and Luke just won the Virginia League last year, so we'll see if he's going to win the Virginia Beach League by himself this year.
Exactly, I feel like he's got it. Do you think?
I mean, I think he's going to be, have the same group around him. He talks with Luke a lot. I think he'll have the same knowledge.
I think so too. I think he'll be able to. He has some kind of experience in the upper leagues, so I feel like him being on his own, and he's got it, man.
I think Charlie can do it. He's our number one player in this league.
Number one player. Brings us to our second Group A member. We have two in each group. So we got Tosan Johnson, second year in the AFA total. He's 37 of all time. Last league, he was in the USA, the top league. Dropping down to get a little bit more experience in the league, as you can see, but I feel like he's another top contender.
So the last time Tosan actually played was, I don't even remember the year, maybe 2014. Just off the top of my head. Tosan just kind of joined on a whim before. And so I've actually kind of asked him every year, and so finally this year he texted me and said, you know what, you ask me every year, I'm actually going to try this year. So I'm hoping that Tosan gets to join and really become a part of it and really understand what we talk about in this league, what we are about in this league, and really understand fantasy football. He's a big basketball guy, hoping he gets the football knowledge to go with it. And he didn't do too bad his first year. He actually was a consolation bracket champion in the USA League. So, big hopes for Tosan.
Average point, 76, it's not bad.
Yeah, and so, that 1 year definitely helps with that, but having a 76 in average, that means he scored really high. It is an average, but to get that high, you have to have a lot. There's a lot of people that were in that league.
So that concludes Group A with Charlie Perry and Tosan Johnson. So now, moving on to Group B. Brings us to Eli Caverson, and that's 68th of all time out of 75. He's the second year in the AFA. He's still pretty new, and the knowledge is probably a little there with football. But no, at the same time, last league it was in the 757. So as you can see, he's still fresh to the league.
So last year for the 757 league was kind of a mixture of people who weren't exactly there with the fantasy knowledge, but definitely knew what they were doing. Kind of like a faux beginners league, what this league is intended for. So Eli kind of got caught up in that mix. He did really well. He started off as a top 3 player. Unfortunately for him, all people in his division were top 3. So his division of 3 were top 3, and so he was going to have, one of them was going to have to go eventually, and he ended up getting the short end of that stick. Eli definitely knows football. Does he know NFL? We're going to find out. Does he know fantasy? We're definitely going to find out. But football, we can build on that knowledge. Yeah. Eli will definitely get into it. He hasn't watched the Colts. He's a big Colts fan since Peyton Manning. He did not like Andrew Luck. I don't know why people wouldn't like Andrew Luck, but apparently that exists.
Really?
All right, I'm ready for the next guy.
So Aaron Conway, also 68th all time. Second year in the AFA. She was in the Virginia League last year. So we have 2 tied for the 68 all time. And let's see. Let's move it over to RC.
Aaron's actually kind of interesting because last year we had someone drop on draft day, which is not super awesome to have in your league.
It's not.
But we were able to get her to fill a spot that she definitely was not ready for, was the Virginia League. She definitely needed to be in a league like this where she can learn and develop. But I will say, she took over a pretty shoddy team that went winless and did not get last place. She won 2 games in the Consolation Bracket Championship. So she was supposed to get last place in that league, but she was able to pull it out on someone else's draft, someone else's doing. She was able to build off of that. So I have high hopes for her going forward. She's very smart. She definitely is able to figure stuff out.
She's definitely good with the cards that she was dealt at the beginning. And as you can see, Consolation, she got 2 wins. So she was tenacious on staying with it, and she didn't quit. Because sometimes it's pretty hard. Someone gets like discouraged when they start losing. She kept playing, checked her lineup. So
and that's a big thing that I've noticed in the AFA. When you have someone who wants to keep improving, even though they're losing, those are the people who stick around. Those are the people you got to watch out for the next year. Aaron's definitely one of those people.
Definitely a wild card for sure. So that concludes Group B with Eli Caverson and Aaron Conway. Now we move over to Group C. So to start off with Group C, we have Hannah Henkel, 73rd all-time, second year in the AFA. She kind of also was thrown into the mix last minute too. But she's 73rd overall, like I said, and then last week she was in the 757.
Yeah, so like I said, the 757 league was kind of faux, trying to fine-tune the fantasy skills and beginners. Hannah was definitely a beginner. Hannah is my significant other right now, so I will say I definitely did drop the ball, as you can see on those stats that she has right there. I definitely tried, but man, I wasn't even having a good fantasy season, so because of that, she did not have a great fantasy season. But Hannah will be with me. She will be learning. I will be making her watch some games and stuff, even though she may be begrudgingly do so.
So that brings us to our next Group C member, and that's Lyndon Hasher. And it's 48th all-time, second year in the AFL as well. Last time he was in the league was the USA. Definitely believe dropping him down can definitely give him a little more experience and potentially be able to get up into that league again.
Yeah, so he actually joined in 2015 was the last time he was in. Obviously, he only had the 1 year before this. He was kind of joining on a whim like Tosan did. I just was like, hey man, you should join this and try it out. We're all in it. So he tried it out. It wasn't definitely for him. He was one of our proud 8 members of the last place trophy for the top league. So I can say that he does have a title. Not a title he wants, but he does have a title.
Yes, a title.
So Lyndon is a very smart guy. He will definitely be able to learn this year once he's definitely into it. And I do want to kind of plug him a little bit. Lyndon is he is an artist, and he has his own music. He puts on Spotify. He goes by Lyndon Hasher, but I'm pretty sure he goes by Hashish. It's not rap. It's kind of mellow R&B. It's really good. Lyndon's pretty good at this.
Definitely something you need to check out for sure. So that concludes our Group C with Hannah Henkel and Lyndon Hasher. Brings us to Group D. It's something that we love, so we can have another connection there. So we would like to welcome her to the league, and I'm glad she's able to join. And she definitely has that fantasy football knowledge as well as some football knowledge as well.
Matt Kemper, we just got him to join. He's a rookie as well. He, again, doesn't really know much about the NFL or fantasy, but we're going to get him learned up on it. He's definitely interested. It was not, it wasn't hard to get him to join. He was all about it. He definitely wanted to try something like that. So he's definitely full go on this.
Absolutely. Welcome to the league, Matt. So that concludes our Group D with Kenzie Rankins and Matt Kemper. Excellent.
So just to summarize, Group A was Charlie Perry and Tosan Johnson.
And Group B is Eli Caverson and Aaron Conway.
Group C, Hannah Henkel, Lyndon Asher.
Group D, Kenzie Rankins and Matt Kemper.
So you want club?
Yeah, so this is our club selection reveal starting at 7:30 tonight. We can definitely dive into more of what the club is in a second, but definitely stay tuned for that, and we'll explain that here shortly.
We're also going to be doing the jersey giveaway. Excuse me. We've been practicing, or we've been, plugging this for all of our other streams, and we've been saying we're going to do it in the stream. It's definitely going to be in that club selection reveal. It definitely kept you waiting for the last one. So make sure you watch that stream, and everyone is in it. Everyone who's in the AFA is in this club selection reveal. We're doing a power rankings for those of you who know what the club selection reveal is. The power rankings would be a little bit more significant for you, and then Todd's actually going to explain what the club selection is.
So basically, I would like to mention we are doing a review on the logos as well. They're brand new, created by Dylan Hooker himself. He's a fantastic graphic designer with our logos, but with the selection, there's 12 total clubs, and we're deciding on the current ones that have been in the league already. Kind of going to show that they have their power rankings as well, especially the newer ones coming in later. This year, there's a handful of them coming in. So.
Yeah. So with the club selection, basically, unique thing to our league, people who are in a club are. They are essentially on a team with other people who are in different leagues. So I could have my buddy Todd here. We could be in different leagues, but we could still be working together. That way, even though we're in different leagues, we still get to play fantasy together. That's why we do it. Be able to engage. And Luis said this on the first stream. I thought it was a perfect way to summarize. We're kind of like a fraternal grouping. We're definitely all together. We definitely like to talk and communicate. Having people in the different leagues work together in a club, and can exchange knowledge. I could be in the top league, he could be in the second league, and he could say, "What do you think about this trade?" I could give him my advice. I could ask him about a trade.
It adds cross competition as well as being able to help those younger players develop them as kind of like in a way, it can be a mentorship to those people that are in there. So those lower leagues. Being in a club that has more experience in the league definitely can bounce ideas and be able to help them in trades as well as placing and drafting. So it's definitely all around great experience for those players, especially the new ones, and experience being able to have that club aspect. So it's a brand new thing that we brought into the league, and it's definitely something that you can't turn away from, and definitely makes us unique.
And if you still don't understand what it means, please watch the next stream. And especially if you're new to the AFA, please watch the next stream. It is a big thing for our league, our association, and you're definitely going to be impressed with what we have going on with it. And that's it for the Virginia Beach stream, unless Tad has anything to add.
No, just the fact that it's basically a club league as well, so you would think as a league in fantasy football that you play against other teams, you'll be playing against other clubs every week. So that's something brand new that we're bringing this year. So that's all I have.
All right, and that's it for us.
Thanks for joining the stream.